Hello again, everyone. Hope you're having a great week. My name is Michael Halfill. I'm the lead pastor at the Piedmont Park Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a wonderful week and enjoying this summer heat that is upon us. Here we are in July, and I hope you're enjoying some summer fun. Hope you had a good 4th of July. I wanted to just share with you a thought right now here in our church, in the Seventh-day Adventist Church worldwide. We have Adventists from all over the world that are meeting in St. Louis, Missouri to have our General Conference, which is when we meet delegates from all over the world. About 2,000 of them come to talk about policies, to elect leaders and things like that. And we kind of get reports. I'm not there. I've been to one of these in the past, and it's exciting when you watch this and when you hear about it, because there are people from all over the world, Adventists from all over the world, coming together to share about how God is leading, the challenges, the blessings, what God is doing in their midst. So that can be very exciting. It can be kind of frustrating too when you hear reports about how we're working things out, and it's tough when you get thousands of people together and try to get us all heading in the same direction. We don't always all agree. So I am amazed on how God has blessed us to be able to work through our differences, whether it's culturally or different things, in order to stay focused on the mission of sharing Christ with others. In the midst of General Conference happening, I wanted to share this verse with you that I think really speaks to us always, but especially at this time. It's from Hebrews chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. Hebrews 11, of course, is when the writer has just talked about all the wonderful people from the Old Testament who weren't wonderful because they were perfect, but wonderful because they followed God, even though they made plenty of mistakes. So this kind of, Hebrews 11 is kind of the heroes of the faith. But then he goes on in chapter 12 to say, therefore we also, since we're surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, those are the people from Hebrews 11, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily entangles us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. Don't know if you've ever run a race, but it's easy to get tired. It's easy to get worn out, to get focused on the difficulties. And it says we got to lay those things aside. So how do we finish the race? Verse 2, looking unto Jesus, fixing our eyes unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. So how do we make it through this race? How do we make it through a general conference when sometimes decisions are made that we may not agree with, or sometimes we may see conflicts in an organization? How do we do it? We fix our eyes on Jesus. That's how we run the race. He's the one who was the author. He's the one who started our faith. He's the one who will finish it. He will get us to the end of the line. So friends, yes, it's easy to get distracted. Sometimes by the good things. We hear about the good things that are happening in our church, locally or worldwide, and it's easy to get distracted and focus on those things and to get proud and puffed up. Other times it's easy to focus on our church and the problems there, the struggles that happen, just because it's full of humans, and it's easy to get distracted. And so that our race starts to slow down, and we think, is it even worth it? How can I ever make it to the end? Well, the Bible tells us, don't get distracted. Don't get focused on things like people and humans, whether good things happening or bad things happening. Keep our eyes focused on Jesus and what he's doing, remembering how he ran his race and how he got to the end by trusting in God. So we have to do the same, friends. And I wanted to encourage you that way today. If you happen to be discouraged in your life, if you're getting distracted by different things or focused on the wrong things, remember the counsel from the Bible. Fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, and he will get us to the end of the journey. Friends, I hope you'll have a great rest of your week. I hope you'll join us for worship this coming Saturday here at Piedmont Park. We're continuing our sermon series on the God of second chances, and we're going to be looking at a very specific story in the Gospels, looking at who had the closest communion with Christ at the end of his life. So friends, I hope you'll join us. I'm excited to share the message this coming week. We'll have our Bible study time online and in person at 9:30 this coming Saturday, and our worship time starts at 11. It also will be in person. We'd love to have you join us in person, or you can join us online. Take care, everyone, and let's take care of everyone. God bless you.